2020 marks the 25th anniversary for the second LP by extreme metal band Meshuggah. Formed in 1987 in Umeå, Sweden, their current lineup consists of vocalist Jens Kidman, lead guitarist Fredrik Thordendal, drummer Thomas Hawk, rhythm guitarist Martin Hagström, and bassist Dick Lovgren. Peter Norden is the credited bassist for this specific album. While Obscen is my favorite Meshuggah album, Destroy, Erase, Improve was the first album I heard by them. It begins paving the way from their thrash metal roots to their recognized Djent style today. Meshuggah is Yiddish/Hebrew for crazy. Their sound is like a massive dystopian power plant with cogs and moving parts the size of buildings. It's like precise music performed by machines, rarely providing melody. They are a massive inertial force. Meshuggah is credited for creating the metal subgenre of Djent. Djent is onomatopoeia for the twang of down-tuned 7+ string guitars. It began as a meme subgenre, but has arguably remained steadfast, with numerous bands clearly influenced by the style. Or if you don't like it, call it progressive metalcore or whatever you want. Meshuggah's style that brought about this term includes palm mutes, staccato riffs, polyrhythm, polymeter, syncopation, and rapid tempo and key changes. They have a hypnotic and disorienting sound. Their utilization of polymeter and asymmetry means if you focus on the drums, the guitars sound displaced. If you focus on the guitars, the drums then sound displaced. It leaves you in this limbo where you can't fully get a grasp on what is happening. In an interview with Decibel magazine, Thomas states, "We've never really been into the odd time signatures we get accused of using. Everything we do is based around a 4/4 core. It's just that we arrange parts differently around that center to make it seem like something else is going on." Destroy, Erase, Improve is still early in their metamorphosis. When this LP, they are still more in the vein of thrash metal with an emphasis on speed. The backing group vocals and Kidman's aggravated and hardcore style shouts display this as well. Meshuggah's lyrics typically delve into themes of transhumanism and existentialism. The former follows the premise that humans may eventually meld with technology in order to further evolve. The latter ponders the nature of existence itself. In an interview with Metal Hammer, Hagström discusses how he knew Hawk from being in the band Barophobia together. This paved the way for Hagström to join Meshuggah for this album. They were aware of his writing capabilities and actively wanted him to change the band's trajectory. Kidman mentions they didn't have a specific plan to be more technical. They've always been interested in being experimental and going against the norms. A biography of Meshuggah on Rock Detector stated this about Destroy, Erase, Improve. The title told the full story, the band having stripped metal down to the bare essentials before completely rebuilding it in a totally abstract form. In a Blabbermouth.net interview, Thomas Hawk states, "The significance of the title is only loosely tied in with the lyrics of the album. The phrase Destroy, Erase, Improve is a line from the lyrics to Future Breed Machine. And as that one became somewhat of the main track of the album and was the lead-off song, we just went with some artwork that somewhat reflected the theme of that song." Kidman added, "The title fits the pictures we cut out and stole from reference books in the library." First track, Future Breed Machine, opens with mechanical sounds, like an assembly line, with a stark beeping that cues in the opening riff. 4 minutes and 11 seconds in as a cool trill effect and solo. The lyrics are about assimilation with machines, and it doesn't seem voluntary. Third track, Soul Burn, begins with a slower, methodical pace. The strings sound like they're going to fall off with so much reverberation. 2 minutes and 30 seconds in offers frantic tempo changes and jazz fusion flair. Fourth track, Transfiction, seems to have lyrics about screens and technology. What are we without them? Can we form our own thoughts anymore? This track also displays some trademark Thordendal jazz fusion with odd and deranged solos, inspired by Alan Holdsworth. On the fifth track, Vanished, Every instrument is just fun to listen to in this song, especially Hack's drumming. Sixth track, Acrid Placidity. It's a track that I feel would be an interesting avenue if Meshuggah were willing to explore more. I used to mostly ignore it as just a brief palate cleanser from the rest of the album's heaviness. Having to focus on it more for this review, I found it had more to offer than that. It would be interesting to hear Meshuggah attempt more melodic instrumental tracks that still maintain their notable qualities, such as this track being trippy and slightly deranged. Terminal Illusions and Suffer in Truth are the only two songs with lyrics written by Djent. The rest are by Thomas Hawk, which is a standard for the band. The drummer writing lyrics and Kidman initially being a guitarist in the band lend itself to how rhythmically focused Meshuggah is. Terminal Illusions has way more blunt and less esoteric lyrics about religion. They are a bit more unrefined as well. Kidman nonetheless especially belts out a vicious vocal performance on this track. Penultimate track, Suffer in Truth, features more tectonic grooves as heard in the rest of the album. They are monstrous breakdowns that blaze after Kidman's eruptions. Closing track, Sublevels, weaves between frantic aggression and melodious jazz segments. Destroy, Erase, Improve is an album that still feels fresh even from its 1995 release.